Hi everyone! So following on from a post that I recently put on Instagram all about filing and storing your data, which got a huge response, I've put together a video just explaining exactly what I do to keep my files safe, secure and easily accessible. Hopefully this will give you some guidance on how to do exactly that to make sure that your photos and videos and all of the precious memories that you've captured over the years can be stored safely and securely and organised in an orderly fashion. Now, I'll start off by saying that if this is something that you know you need to do, maybe you've been putting it off for months, years, decades even, and you've got hundreds, thousands of photos and video clips across multiple devices, get your act together and sort it out now before something happens and it's too late and you have lost precious memories that you can't retrieve. Now, I'm probably a little bit extreme here, which you're about to see, and of course I would recommend doing all of these things, but even if you just do one or two of them, you'll be well on your way to making sure that everything is stored safely and soundly. So my first tip is to make sure that you have a decent filing system in place. Now, my filing system is not rocket science in the slightest. It is simply split into two folders labelled photos and videos, and within each folder is a subfolder labelled by year and then a subfolder within each year labelled by month. I can then go into any folder and pull out a photo or video clip from any year or any month. Now, you may think this is all good in theory and lovely to have, but you're probably wondering, where are all of these files stored? And the answer to that is on this little hard drive just here. Now, I say little, but it's actually 4 terabytes in size, and with the amount of photos and videos that I've got stored on there, and believe me, it's a lot, I still have over 75% space available on there. Now, this particular hard drive is a G drive made by Western Digital, and you can pick one up online for around 120 quid, which is money well worth spending. Now, the next thing you may be wondering is, how long is this going to take me to do? How long is it going to take to get all of my files sorted into different folders on a beautiful little hard drive like this? And the answer is that it doesn't happen by magic. In my case, this was something that I did a good few years back, and it definitely took at least a couple of days to get all of the files organised into the relevant folders and subfolders. Now, the good news is if you've got a laptop, you can absolutely do this while sat in front of the TV watching a series. And if I remember correctly, I actually binge watched a whole season of Grey's Anatomy whilst doing this back in 2015. So I'm not going to lie, if you've got a lot of photos and videos, it's not going to be a quick task to do, but you can do it without being fully focused. And the best thing is that once you have set this up, you are good to go. Now, all I do each month, now that I've got this filing system in place, is I just literally add to it. I set a reminder every month to just take 10 minutes of time to drag across all of the photos and videos that I've taken in that month and drag them into the right folder, and they're there, they're safe and they're secure and easily accessible. Now, as good as these hard drives are, they all do come with a risk as well, whether that's them corrupting or getting lost or stolen. So I would also recommend backing them up as well, and there are a number of ways that you can do this. Now, I'm not sure about PCs, but with Macs there is a feature called Time Machine, which essentially backs up your whole computer system every day or however frequently you ask it to onto an external hard drive. Now, for this I would recommend getting a separate hard drive from the one we've already discussed to do the backup on, so that your files are also stored in another physical place. And I use another G drive to do this. This one is also 4 terabytes in size and is constantly backing up my whole system, which includes both work and the personal files that are on my computer. On top of this, I'd also recommend getting some kind of cloud-based storage, and this could be Google Drive, it could be iCloud, it could be Dropbox. There are a lot of options available here. Personally, I use both iCloud and Dropbox, and I pay a few pounds each month for iCloud storage, But with that comes the reassurance that I know that every single photo and video I take gets automatically backed up onto iCloud, literally as I take it. Then, as I said, once a month I go through all of the photos and videos that I've taken that month that's on my iPhoto, which means it's also backed up on iCloud, and drag it across onto my hard drive, the hard drive that we spoke about in the first instance. This means that they're not only backed up on a physical device, on 2 physical devices in fact, if we account for the time machine backup that's happening every day as well, but they're also being backed up onto a cloud system. Now, as an extra step and something that may not be necessary for you, but is simply something that I use anyway for my work, I also drag everything over onto Dropbox. It literally takes 2 seconds to do, and it gives me that extra reassurance that things are being backed up in yet another place. Now, you probably don't need to use Dropbox and iCloud together. They're both cloud-based systems, and it might be a bit extreme using both of them. But what I love about Dropbox is how easy it is to use and how it essentially mirrors the filing system that you will have already created. And also the really user-friendly app that means you can access photos and videos or any file that you want from wherever you are. You can also easily share files with other people and add family members to your account if that's in your subscription. So there we have it, just a little whistle-stop tour of how I organise all of my files. And you may be thinking that some of these steps are a little bit extreme and you don't necessarily need to do all of them, but even if you just do 1 or 2 of these things, you could potentially be saving yourself from a really dire situation. So I hope that's helped you, and at the very least given you the nudge that you need to get all of your files in order. Please let me know how you get on.